We're in the grip of a very small group of very greedy people who are driving the policy and eroding the values we consider central to a human and a humanistic, enlightened education.
This is not only about the loss of the full-time lines. We are educating the students on this campus today with the leaflets, okay, on the consequences of the actions of this administration under the direction of Dr. Astra.
I just want to thank you all for doing that and coming out in the hot sun again, and appreciate all your efforts.
The state was supposed to be contributing 40% towards the cost of the student's education. It is now the students that are contributing the 40%. So we've got to have them remember in November, ourselves and our students, where the direction of public higher education in the state of New York is going.
What's at stake in this new model of cheap labor, of non-tenured faculty, of the diminishing of their independence of mind, of the curbing of the kind of freedom of expression that full-time tenured faculty bring to an institution, the kind of excitement of pioneering in your own field of study or scholarship that we all felt free to do over 40 or 45 years will be destroyed.
This administration knows full-time faculty have an investment in where this campus is going. Adjunct faculty are spread all over the place and can't have a similar investment in what is supposed to be shared governance.
The other thing we have to do is learn to communicate to the community. Certainly the attack on higher education is true, it's an attack on us, but we have to recognize that this is an attack on working and middle-class people, because this college with over 22,000 students is one of the real purpose for this. It's a way for upward mobility, and we have to make a real difference. We have to educate them on the big campus. Not just our jobs. What our jobs are is the future of them.
The college, the faculty, the teachers' union here, the most activist and most libertarian-minded, the most radical people helped to build a foundation for a kind of model of faculty governance, taken mostly from the AAUP idealized 1940 standards and modified over the years after that, which were put into contract language. All of that is on the chopping block right now, right here, and as Ralph said, almost everywhere. I think the model that corporations prefer, and that's another sign here, is to follow the notion that wherever there's expensive labor, replace it with cheap labor.
This is not about job protection, okay? As it's been eloquently stated, okay, full-time faculty serve a very special role on this campus, serve a variety of positions, and that is not quantifiable. The loss of 39 people so far, the effect of their not being here, we're not even going to know the loss, all right, because the future has been stolen from us.
This fight students' rights are intrinsically linked to faculty rights. We have to get the students involved. We have to make them care about what's happening to them. And that should be the primary goal right now.
It's about educating the community and giving support.
I would like to urge you to kind of keep your eyes open as we go forward, because we are going to start to need to organize, for example, to strategize about how to reach out to students, how to reach out to community, as Larry talked about, and those kinds of issues. And so I would ask you to kind of keep your eyes open.
And that's the direction I think we're all going in if we don't stop this kind of global avalanche. And the place to start is where we are. And that's, I think, why I feel very excited about the way this faculty has begun to respond to not just Donald Astra. He's really the point man for what is a much more dangerous and a much bigger threat to all of us. Thanks.
Ask for references. We are over 600 references and no one was asked. Because we know that we are going to be in this struggle for a long time to come. And the loss of over 60 lines, whatever the number is right now, is merely the front edge of a disaster that is looming on the horizon.
I don't want this to be about job saving, okay? It's about a lot more than that. The chairs, the Senate, the union, okay? We all have a list of grievances. You've seen them in email, okay? We're going to educate this college community about this, and this is really about this president's disdain for the culture that we have all created over the last 40 years at Nassau Community College. We are going to have this vote of no confidence on September 8th, okay, which goes a lot further than just the loss of the full-time lines.
At this point in time, I don't anticipate that I'll make it back as one of the restored full-time lines this coming semester, but I'm really appreciative to everyone who continues to fight on our behalf. Among the many issues that we're all dealing with here as a union and as a faculty, chief among them, of course, is the restoration of our full-time lines. I just cannot thank everyone enough for their constant support, as well as their inquiry and hopes. And I'll continue to do anything that I can from my perspective.